Hello, I'm Robert, and this is helping to help those of you who are scared by people who are saying that the 21st of December 2020 is actually the date of the 13th Baktun of the Mayans. Well, first of all, there's nothing very special about the 13th Baktun. If you have a look, I mean, after all, it's the 13th of them, so that means there have been 12 other ones before. And so there was there's the 13th. There's the 12th in 1618, the 11th in 1224, the 10th in 830, and nothing happened in any of those dates. And there's no reason for anything to happen on that date. It never was a Mayan prophecy. The Mayans don't even have an idea of the world ending. They have a creation story. They don't have an end of the world story. There are quite a few religions like that. The Mayan is a polytheistic religion with dozens of gods. Christianity is a monotheistic religion with only one God, and with Christ as the Messiah. So it's a very, very different religion. The Christians knew nothing about the Mayans knew nothing about Christians. And so, for a supposed Christian preacher, which, I mean, he'd be thrown out of any of the established Christian churches for the things he says. But for him to use a Mayan supposed prophecy, which the Mayans never made that prophecy. It was basically made up by New Age people in the 19, whenever it was, for the 2012 movie. Sorry, I'm just kidding. But it was made up by people with New Age kind of thinking for the 2012 movie, and then taken up by some by the movie makers, and then they did this endless just pushing the airwaves with their ads and their website and all sorts of publicity, and they managed to convince the entire world that there was this Mayan prophecy, except of course the Mayans themselves, who still exist in Guatemala, who knew perfectly well that they don't have any such prophecy, and just made up. And then, in any case, what does a Mayan prophecy have to do with Christians? Why would Christians listen to a Mayan prophecy in a completely different religion with lots and lots of different gods? It was very, very strange, such a thing that happened. And so anyway, they celebrate their 13th Baktun, they celebrate the 14th in 2007, and then 15th and then 16th and so on. And then the first Baktun, that's the Baktun, sorry, first Baktun in 4772. And then it keeps going. So there's nothing here to be scared of. And they did have a big celebration 8 years ago, and that's when their new Baktun was. It's got nothing to do with our calendar. Their years are 360 days. So, although the 21st of December was a new Baktun, the 21st of the next new Baktun, the 21st of December 2020 is not even a new year in the Mayan calendar. And so let's look up today's date, and that'll tell us what today's date is in the Mayan calendar. And so you see how many months it is. So we are now 1308-115. That's 13 Baktuns, and that's roughly 400 of the Mayan years. And 8 Mayan years, the 0 means the none of those, that's a multiple of 20. So that's 8 of them. Then there are, get this the right way around, is it 18 months, each of 20 days? I think I got that right. And then 1820 is the 360. So their year is 360 days long, so it keeps slipping back. And we are now into the second month of the 8th year of the 13th Baktun. Each month is quite short. So so they would say that their new year was over a month ago. So it's not even a new year in the Mayan calendar on December 21st. And they don't use the number 21, doesn't appear anywhere there. Never, the 13th Baktun was 13 naught 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 naught. It wasn't. There's no 13 naught 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 naught. Yeah, that's right. 13 naught 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 naught. That's what the Mayans thought of it as. There's no 21 there. There's no 2012. So it's just a completely different system. And then if we look at all these other calendars, then each one, so we are now the year 229 in the French Revolution calendar, since the 229 years since the Revolution. And so another 71 years, then there'll be great celebrations, presumably for anyone who's interested in that calendar. And so it is, Persian calendar, the Ethiopic calendar, 2013, Coptic calendar, 1737, and so on. So we are in a different time for every calendar, and you could make up your own new calendar. So I've already talked about that before, the polar footprint calendar. I actually talked about most of this in the previous video, but I'm just saying it again in a slightly different order. So there's nothing here to be scared of at all. There never was. There was never anything scary about December 2012. It was just made up for a movie. It was just a little bit of advertising. Well, a big bit of advertising, made millions of dollars out of it. And many people would say it was an unethical way to promote a movie. And I helped many people got really traumatized as a young child as a result of watching that movie. And it just is not the right way to earn a living. So, but there was never any risk at all of any sort. Nothing at all. It was just nonsense. So, hopefully that has helped some of you be a little bit less scared of this. And I can see it, the first millennium of the polar footprint calendar, if anyone ever does celebrate that, will be 2969 in our calendar. But it'll just be the year 1000 in that calendar. Nothing would happen on that date except celebrations. Who knows? We probably will have I think we will have humans on the moon back again by the mid-century. We'll probably have a settlement of some sort on the moon. I don't think it'll increase as quickly as space colonization enthusiasts expect. I think an awful lot of it will be robotic, and then we'll have hotels. But then eventually we'll start to have people living in lunar caves, and I think you go forward 2-3 centuries, we'll probably have quite large settlements in space. But they might have an Apollo 11 footprint calendar, who knows. Anyway, let's stop there. Upload this.